I'd rather go to a church with messed up people who love God than religious people who hate messed up people. This is Epic Thought. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. What's up? It's time for another episode of Epic Thoughts. I'm your host, Ramon. It's so good to be here today. We've made it. It's February. You made it this far. Congratulations, my brothers and my sisters. Congratulations on making it this far. Get right into it. And we don't have a lot of time tonight. We had a pre-recorded because I have a meeting. So anyway, Grammys was Sunday night, man. Sunday night Grammys. What you think of the Grammys? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you even watch it? I never really watched the Grammys a lot. I always kind of skimmed it. Because I wanted to see. Sometimes I was interested in, back in the day, I was interested in like some people's records and thinking, oh man, this album they should get album of the year, or this album, we should get this. So Sunday, I was like just skimming through, seeing what was big, what was noteworthy, what was talking about and stuff like that. And I don't know if what I saw on Sunday was like how my parents saw my music when I was a kid, or how the older generation above us, how the boomers saw our music. And I don't know who were the people before the boomers, who were the boomers' parents. I don't know, but the boomers and the boomers' parents, this is how they saw our music back in the day. Because it was like some stuff was just so. I felt like at moments I was watching a high school talent show, and that's the thing. I think they try so hard, and I think for the major difference between what we saw on Sunday, the difference between what we saw on Sunday and what the Grammys used to be, I felt like there was like a lot more effort, and people were just being different just to be different, right? And some people I just didn't understand what was going on. So let's talk about some of the things that happened at the Grammys. I have some notes. My I didn't have a lot of high notes, right? There wasn't a lot of high notes for me. And it all started with the red carpet. The red carpet in itself was probably going to take most of the show because the red carpet was just hilarious. First things first, the whole situation with BABYFACE. And if you didn't watch, I'll just catch you up to speed. BABYFACE, who's been in the game for 30 years now, highly respected in the industry, even to this day. His name carries weight. He was doing an interview, and they asked him a question, and in mid-answer, while he's answering the interview, Chaperone walks behind him, and Chaperone's an artist, this upcoming young person. And the interviewers were so excited to see Chaperone, they started interacting with her while BABYFACE is talking. And BABYFACE kind of takes a social cue, and it was like, you guys don't want to talk to me? Are we done? And they literally said, yes, yeah, sorry. And they took the mic from him and give it to Chaperone, and he just walks off. Oh, when that happened, I literally flew off my seat. That was it. That's all I needed to see. I knew that the Grammys was trash from that very first moment. I was like, this is trash. Like, not because he's BABYFACE, and not because he's like in my generation is what I used to listen to. Just the fact you did a person like this on live television. I hate it when people do that. I hate when people do that in general. I hate when you talking to me and then you look over my shoulder and the person you really want to talk to walks in the room, and then you start engaging that person while I'm giving you the answers to the question that you asked me. Oh gosh, that right there was the most irritating thing I ever saw in my life. And it was so madly disrespectful, bro. So disrespectful. And X went crazy, right? Khloe Kardashian, which was one of the loudest on there, was like, that was mad disrespectful. Like, How you gonna do somebody like Babyface like that? What he's brought to this industry is unmatched, and you going at him like that is just out there. And we do what we do now. We do this half-hearted apology, thinking that it's just gonna fix all the woes and change everything. And like, oh, we're so sorry. That was very disrespectful. And our apologies to Babyface. Listen, apologies are like, I tell my kids this. Apologies don't fix broken glass, right? Apologies is not the fix all. It's some I'm sorry. Like, you can't take back the image, or you can't take back the situation. That was mad disrespectful. Like, you had time. You could finish your interview with Babyface and then gone to Chaperone. She would and listen, I don't know. I don't know her like that. I don't know Chaperone like that. I don't know if I'm even saying her name right. I don't even know if people were like, vibing with her this much. I don't hear that many people talk. I'm in the world I'm living in. A lot of people don't fool with her. So that was just nuts. That was just nutty. So that was sad. Some of the my two craziest things, and they don't make me mad, but two craziest moments that happened was Jaden Smith, man. Like, what's up with that dude? What's up with your boy? Jaden? No, that's a miss for me, dog. Like, his suit was fly, right? Maybe I didn't notice everything about the suit because I was distracted by what was on his head. And he literally had a cutout of a castle or a house literally on his head, like literally on his head. And Jaden is funny. Jaden got this face like he is God's gift to us. Like, he is the greatest person in society. He is the son of Will and Jada. And I feel like most of the industry laughs at him. He's just a running joke. The Smith family in general, especially since the meltdown of Will a couple years ago, I don't think that they're really healed from that. I don't think the people are really healed from that. And I love Will, man. I love Will. I cool with Jada. Willow and Jaden haven't really done anything to make me go, oh, they're just so talented. Like, Willow did a song, her hip hop career was okay, and then when she sang, it was okay. But Jaden never, like, even his label has never hyped me up to any. And maybe it's just not for me, dog. It's just not for me. But Will's comeback in the movies is okay because Bad Boys was cool. And I don't know, is there another legit movie that he tried to? I don't know, but the last couple singles he has released in the last year is just they're missing. They're missing. Like, I feel like he's trying so hard to like buy us back, and I don't feel like it's working right now. And so I'm just like, well, man, I know you're trying to do something, bro, but how it's not working. And so that was Jaden, bro. That outfit. I know we're not gonna show any pictures because whenever we show pictures on our show, it always goes funny. But I'm gonna look at his picture real quick. Let me see. Jaden Smith. It was so bad. Vampire Castle hat. That's what it was called. It was called the Vampire Castle hat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, I can't show you. Oh, you can't. Can you zoom in? No. Anyways, the Jada. If you type in Jada Vampire Hat Castle, that's what he wore, and I just felt like this was the wackest thing. Some people said that Jaden, which was, I heard somebody say it was so interesting. Jaden for his whole life is always trying to replace Will as being head of the household. And that hat was symbolic of being head of the house. But yeah, man, that was a miss, bro, for me. Another miss, and a miss probably for everybody. And let me just take some time on this one. Kanye, bro. Kanye. Oh, Kanye. I think I'm let me say this about Kanye. I'm one of the few people who still fight for Kanye. I'm a guy. I want to give Kanye as much grace as I possibly can. When it comes to Kanye, I am I I pray for Kanye. I stopped sending messages because he wasn't responding, but I pray for Kanye still to this day. I know he's had some disappointments with following Christ. He suffered a bit, and part of following Christ is suffering, and I get that all too well. But what there's moments where you go, dog, I don't know if I can fight for you anymore, bro. Like, what you made your wife do on Sunday was inappropriate. And so for those of you who didn't watch, Kanye shows up with his wife. People said that they weren't invited. They were asked to leave, but they were invited. Okay, it came out that they actually were invited. So it wasn't like they crashed it. They were invited to the Grammys. Kanye had already decided he was just going to walk the red carpet and then not go to the Grammys. So that's according to Kanye's camp. That's what he said he was going to do. He was going to walk the red carpet and then he was going to leave. This is his new wife, and her name is, oh gosh, I have it right here. Let me look. It's in my notes, in my show notes. Bianca Censori, Australian model, and uncannily kind of resembles Kim. Like, almost looks like a young version of Kim. And she's pretty young. Kanye's 47, 46, 47, 48. She's 30. So there's a 17, 18 year gap difference. So she's wearing a black fur coat when they're walking the runway. And you could tell there's something underneath her coat. Obviously, we all thought it was a dress because she's got the heels on, legs are showing. And Kanye is just wearing his basic black tee, black jeans, with his trying to be gangster face. You know it's the stupidest face. Like, no one's afraid of you, Kanye. You're not intimidating anybody. And when they hit their mark, paparazzi start taking pictures, and Kanye gives her a nod, like, take your coat off. And she takes her coat off, and underneath her coat, she's wearing a very see-through, very sheer dress, to the point where it's almost nothing. And nothing is what she's wearing underneath the dress. She is completely naked. Completely naked. And it's just sheer. You get a clear visual of everything. Now, I watched some things live, and then I watched some things on my phone. And so obviously they didn't play that on TV. At least I don't think they did. But I don't know how I got the uncensored. I got the uncensored, and I was like, what is happening? And yeah, that's what he made her wear. Now, if you watch some of the video footage online, and if you watch some of the pictures, you can tell by her face she is extremely uncomfortable with this decision. Her camp has said that initially she agreed to it, and then as the days got closer to it, she was backing out and didn't want to do it. And to the point where she asked him several times not to make her do this. And Kanye just kept telling her, and basically when Kanye has an idea, it's not going anywhere. So Kanye was like, you're doing it. Bro, there comes a point where you're fighting a losing battle. Don't sacrifice your spouse to make a point. And I feel like he's made this failure so many times before. He did it with Kim. And I believe he was married before, but either way, your wife should be something that you should not use to make a spectacle of, to help you in your battle or to prove your points for you. I know our spouses are extension of ourselves, but what they are not is the poster to our mental disease. Because I'm just gonna call it what it is, bro. Like, what I saw, my heart broke for her, and I was like, Kanye, you're sick. Like, you're sick. I know you don't watch this show, but please, you need to go get help, bro. Like, you're sick. To make your wife do that is sick. Anybody who displays their spouse in the way or a matter of fact where she's exposed for the world to see, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you do that to your wife. The matter of disdain I have towards that is incomprehensible. I can't comprehend somebody doing that to someone that they vow to their life to, their spouse. So for that, Kanye, that was a big L, bro. Like, that to me, that was not the move, bro. It was not the move. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how bad that was. And he knew it was wrong. He knew it was bad. Like, and he still continued to do it. Like, there's nothing in your brain clicks in to go, yo, man, I shouldn't do my wife like this. There's children there, right? People bring their kids to the Grammys. There's young people, there's children. The whole world is watching. People want to celebrate music. And I've said this before many times about Kanye. He's such a child. Like, this is such a kid thing to do, right? Because he pouts when he doesn't win awards. He pouts when he doesn't get his way. He looks like a child trying to be a gangster. Yeah, you're not a gangster, bro. And that was just, bro, that was just ridiculous. My heart hurt when I saw that because I just couldn't comprehend. That was garbage. It was so bad. Now let's talk about the show itself. I think that's it. I gotta say for the red carpet. The show itself was I don't think I've ever liked the Grammys. At one time they used to just drag. And now I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing everybody say the same thing and get the crowd worked up. And everybody's clapping for their stance and like, this is for women's rights, and this is for the people who lost their house in the Palisades, and this, like, we get it, we understand, man, we're with them, but man, get up there, say thank you, the inspiration for your record, get off the stage. Like, I don't even like it when they say God, when they say I want to thank God for my album, I want to thank God, and I'm like, why do you thank God for the record where you blasphemed him for 58 minutes, right? You spit a song disrespecting the kids and disrespecting yourself and idolizing yourself and making women feel like they're less than nothing, disregarding them. You did this for 58 to 60 minutes on a record, and then you win an award, and the first thing you want to think is God? Like, oh, that's the most, it's painful. It's painful. And I was just like, I hate that. I hate that junk. Just go up there and be like, yo, man, I got high and I made this record. Like, cool. Like, at least you're honest, but don't out there, because you know what it does? It gives people the false sense that God was behind that. Now, God may have been at the very forefront of the gift to create, because God does that. And he doesn't take his gifts back. So he's probably behind the original gift to create. But what you decide to do with that gift ain't got nothing to do with God. That was all you being selfish and giving your best work to the world so you can gain capital wealth or financial wealth, because the music is like eating candy thinking we're having Thanksgiving dinner. It has no nutrient value. It's not going to do anything for us. As a matter of fact, half the songs that people got awards for were some of the most worst songs of the year. Just listening to it on the radio, like, bro, I can't listen to this junk anymore. I guess it's just, I love the music industry. I love music. I love making music. I love listening to music. And so that's why the Grammys was interesting to me. I love the Oscars because I'm interested in film and I love the entertainment world. I love getting involved and I like working in it. I like working in music. So I get excited when they, get to see accolades, because I get to see great stories. About the one story I'm going to tell you in a second. Even then I'm kind of like, And but then when and then when the awards that they win, and I don't understand what they're gauging awards off of. Right? I don't understand what their gauging awards off of. Last year, best rap album went to geez, I see his face and everything. I gotta type it because best rap album Grammy 24. Who was it? I can't remember. Oh, 23. 23 was Mike Fudge, whatever his name is. Wasn't a great album. Last year was Alligator Bites, Never Hear. Alligator Bites, Never Heal. I didn't even listen to that album. So the record, I don't know how they're choosing these great the winners of these awards. Let me just read you a list of one of the things that I'm making an example of. This is what I made an example of. Okay, now I think to myself, Beyonce's album was her country album, Country Carter. I listened to the whole record. And I thought to myself, if she does this again, it'll be good. Right? If she does it again, it's going to be a great album. This one, Country Carter, isn't it? But if she does her second one, it's going to be good. To win Best Country Album, even the people in the hip hop community, people who are in her camp, have said this wasn't it. Right? But Cowboy Carter wins Album of the Year. I'm trying to find the nominees for that same award because I want you to see who she beat for Best Country Album. Now, listen, I don't know a lot about country. Okay. But I can tell you this much. There were some great nominees that I've heard their music this year and was like, ooh. Okay, let me see. Some of them, and this should be, I feel like country's kind of evolved where we can't just blanket country and say this is the best country album. There's got to be different versions of country because another one, F1 Trillion, Post Malone, that's one of those things where it's like that's country, but it's like a different version of country. Deeper Well, Casey Musgraves, Chris Stapleton, Higher. I've heard Chris Stapleton's record on different occasions through other people, and it's got some great music to get you through some stuff. Whirlwind, Lainey Wilson. Lainey Wilson had an amazing year, right? And here comes Beyonce. I'm gonna try. This ain't Texas. I'll hold them. And I was like, I just maybe on the Texas world, the country world, they loved it. We didn't. And so then all at the same time, as she's winning this award, she's like, oh, and by the way, I'm doing my Country Carter tour. Tickets go on sale this week. Like, oh, that's when they hit me. Like, the Grammys is a really big marketing commercial. It's just one big commercial. Whoever's hot, we're going to put their stuff out there. And when they got announcements to make, they're going to make it at the Grammys. Because didn't Taylor do this last year? I believe she did last year. If not last year, she did it the year before, where she won all these awards. And they came out and was like, oh, by the way, a new album drops on February such and such. And everybody's like, oh my gosh. And people got so excited about Taylor Swift. And, she's got a new album, you know what else I felt like got disrespected? Shabozey. Shabozey was huge. 5 nominations, right? Is that what he got? Shabozey? I'm looking it up. Shabozey got a lot of nominations, bro, and he didn't win any. So I was like, that's kind of interesting. Shabozey got nominated for Bar Song, nominated for New Artist, nominated for Melodic Rap Performance for Spaghetti, nominated for Country Star, nominated for Country Performing Album. Didn't win. Didn't win any of them. Like, yo, my man's got cheated. Shabozey got cheated. And Shabozey was a better song than anything that Beyonce made last year. That's how I know. And I've heard rumors and I've heard things, and the same thing for the Oscars and all the award shows, that the winner is never really the best in that category. The winner is who, the judges get bribed for these wins. They get bribed for picking the best winner. They get bribed for picking the best album and all this other stuff. And so it's just, it was so bad. And oddly, Billie Eilish didn't win anything either. I'm not a Billie Eilish fan, but respect her. And maybe her stuff is, maybe people are tired of her. But for Billie Eilish to not win, that's weird. It's weird. But you know who won everything? Do you know who won everything? Do you know who won everything? Mustard! I can't even do it like he did. I can hear the music. Kendrick Lamar won everything you put his name on. Yeah. Everything. And all I could think to myself is, watching him win everything, I thought to myself, is anybody checking up on Drake? How's Drake doing? How Drake? Is Drake okay? Is Drake cool? Who? When was the last time anybody talked from Drake? Anybody heard from Drake? When was the last time you heard from Drake? Is Drake okay? Anybody heard from him? Because you got, bro, every time that line and the whole world goes, I probably struck a chord, and it's probably A minor. And whenever everybody, I mean, you can't help but do A minor. That's a dig in Drake, bro. You can't, every time. It's a dig in Drake. So it's like Drake had to listen to this whole thing all summer long. All summer long, he had to battle this. He had to listen to everybody sing. They not like us. They not like us. I've been on record, hate the song. Hate it so much because of I'm just an advocate for people. Being in ministry, you can't be in ministry and not be an advocate for people. So with that being said, I just gotta tell you, listen, if you know somebody is doing something wrong to another person, you gotta do something about it. You gotta say something about it. So I'm an advocate for people. That's part of my ministry nature. It's part of my pastoral nature. I'm an advocate for people. So I'm not gonna let people get disrespected or hurt. But so this, in what is saying about Drake, in essence, there's a victim involved, and that not only are we celebrating the fact that he is a criminal, but it's kind of like it's a small bridge. But man, he got here every time you hear A minor. He had the concert where he did the song 3 times in a row. Everywhere he goes, he performs that song. Now, here's the thing I was telling somebody. The song was not really eligible for a Grammy nomination, but he had to go through a process to submit the song for Grammy nom, and he got that submission. Bro, like, to win a Grammy for this song is unheard of. And now you are the other end of that. Guy, watch him get an award for it. The whole place is giving you a standing ovation. And in 7 days, like, that was Sunday, February 2nd. And now you got to know, on Sunday, February 9th, he's going to sing that song again. And he's going to sing that song in a stadium in New Orleans full of 75 to 85,000 people. And he's going to say, I think I struck a chord, and the whole crowd's going to scream, A minor. The whole world is digging into this dude's side. And I ain't heard from Drake since. I don't even know Drake okay. And I'm sorry, Drake. I miss you. I love you, Drake. I hope you're okay. And Kanye, I mean, Kendrick and Mustard are killing Drake. Anyways, so that was a highlight for me, because Kendrick Lamar is an interesting artist who, to be a rapper, and to kind of go in his own direction, because he goes in his own direction. I really, really liked it. I really like what he does. I didn't like that song. I like everything else. And he his he takes his time. He just doesn't make songs, and his songs are always like classics. They're like instant classics. There's stuff that you can listen to. Like I still listen to Rich Spirit like all day, every day. I still listen to Rich Spirit. I still listen to he's got so many. Backseat Freestyle. I still listen to Humble. There's so many songs from his so many different records that he did so good on. And it's good to see him winning in this light. It's good to see him on top of the world like that. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar. He had a wonderful, I will say, I did enjoy his speech, probably because he shout out the IE. So if you get a chance to watch his speech, he shouts out the IE and San Bernardino. So I was like, okay, thank you for recognizing that we're here. You know, LA acts like San Bernardino is like a whole nother world. We're literally right next door. We're looking at y'all like this. Okay, so people be acting like we ain't there. No, we right here. We just like, hey, you gonna mention us? We're here. IE, hi. He mentioned the Orange County, so Orange County people, but he was like, and the IE. I was like, yes, IE. And then I kind of like how he separated us from San Bernardino, even though we're still the same. San Bernardino was in the IE, but you know, the IE is like, well, we don't claim San Bernardino. Like, you know, we know they're part of us, but they're not with us. You ever done that? He's with us, but he's not with us. That's San Bernardino. They're with us, but they're not with us. So that was great to see. The performances, the Stevie Wonder performance was cool. So I didn't watch all of them, but I saw that one. Also was cool to see Alicia Keys win the Dr. Dre award. That was cool. The two performances I just did not like. Just did not. Oh, three. The three performances I did not like. I didn't like Charlie XCX. That was just, again, there used to be a time talent. And if you've noticed, there's a lot of millennials and Gen Zs that are really into old school. I have a friend, one of my homies that goes to my young adults group. Her name is Kiana. Shout out to Kiana. She's got such a soulful spirit. Like she was playing a playlist when we were at the weekend at the camp retreat this last weekend, and she was playing her playlist, and you would think it was my playlist, right? You would think it's my playlist because she's such a soulful person. And I noticed that a lot of young people they love Michael Jackson stuff, they love Prince's stuff, they dig into the crates and they dig into Whitney Houston, they dig into all the '90s artists. Like one of my dearest friends was like, and I have a friend that's like 14 years younger than me, and she was like, oh my gosh, how come you never told me about Groove Theory? I was like, what? She was like, how come you never told me about Groove Theory? She was upset. I didn't tell her about Groove Theory. I was like, Groove Theory got 2 songs. And she goes, yeah, and you heard them? I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. Groove Theory is great. So I find it very funny because she went so hard on me. Like, you didn't tell me about Groove Theory. Yeah, Groove Theory is pretty good. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, she was like, Groove Theory? How come you didn't say nothing about none? I said, I didn't think I had to. But so with that being said, Charlie XCX was trying so hard to be sexy, and I get it, whatever. I did not like Sabrina Carpenter's performance. You know, people say that people saying that her stumbling over her feet and people bumping into each other and her dropping the stick was part of her performance. Okay, but it's still like if you watch Espresso, which Espresso is one of those songs that it's like an earwig. It's going to get in your head and you're going to start singing it while you're cleaning the house because that's what that song does. But when you watch the music video Espresso, she's a half a step off the dancers. And she's stutterfoot. There's something you see in dancing called the stutterfoot, where it's like they're trying to catch or they're chasing. and they can never get on the rhythm, which is weird because just watch Espresso. When you see her dancing on the beach, that's especially happens on the beach. Everyone else is on point. They're like 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Sabrina don't have to sing. She's lip syncing because it's a music video. She's still off. She's a step behind, and then she tries to catch up, and then she gets ahead of them. Then she gets, and it's not like lead dancing. She's supposed to be in the group doing it together, and she's off. So I see this. Dancers see this. Dancers know she can't dance. So when we saw the performance, people are like, people are like, oh, yeah, it's part of the performance. But real dancers are looking at like, are we trying to hide the fact she has no talent when it comes to dancing? Like she's limited? Are we hiding the fact that she's already exposed that she can't dance? Because that's what it felt to me. That's what it felt like to me. That she just missed the mark on that one. That was just a no. That was a no for me. Sabrina Carpenter dancing was not a good look. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good performance. And even if she meant to do it and she's giving tribute, here's the other side of it. And that's why I told my friend Carla earlier today. They said it was a tribute to whatever decade was featured in that performance. They didn't miss no beats. They didn't stumble over their feet. They didn't drop their sticks. They didn't drop their props. They were more talented than the 80s, 90s artists. They were more talented than the 2000 artists. They were more talented then because they worked at their craft, because they wanted to be the best. So don't come at me telling me that she was trying to mimic that, because back then they were killing it. So I felt like, yeah, it may have been, but that's how she performs. She's that bad to me. I watch her not dance. I watch her stumble step. Watch her shows. Sometimes that's why she stands there. She's almost a plant, and they try to make her move. She can't move. That's my thing. And I'm sorry for all my Sabrina Carpenter lovers. Just, she still needs work on that. My other thing, and then I had to share something. We'll come back and show you the context of everything. Bro, Janelle Monae doing a rendition of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough for remembrance of Quincy Jones. Really, guys? That was her choice? Like, Janelle Monae wasn't, and X is right down the middle. Some people praised her for it. Many people criticized it. Like, yo, was there nobody else available? One person said, I'm sorry, Michael, this is all we have, I guess, because it was not good. She couldn't. I wish I could play it, but I'm tired of getting strikes because I'm reacting to videos. Everybody else is reacting to videos, but obviously here at Heritage Park, we can't react to videos. But Janelle Monae hits a note trying to hit the same note Michael hit and can't hit it. And 90% of the time, 95% of the time, Janelle Monae is killing it. Okay. This was not your best work, man. This was not your best work. I'm sorry. Listen, forgive Chris Brown. Okay. Let Chris Brown eat and let Chris Brown come do that song. Or have Chris Brown and Usher come and do it. Like, there's so many other options we could have done besides Janelle Monae. That was not the move. It was not good. Bro, it was bad. The Grammys all together was a waste of time. So at the end of the day, that's what I thought about the Grammys. Now, listen, let's bring it down and make it about us. Okay. Maybe I'm being a hater. And if I am, so be it. Okay. If I'm being a hater, then I'm being a hater. I'll own up to that. And maybe I'm being a hater because I know that there's something I'm supposed to bring to the table. And that's what haters normally do. Like if you're supposed to sell houses and whatever reason you don't go all the way in on your real estate license, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do because you're halving on other parts of your life and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. When you see somebody successful or doing something that you're doing, you're logically going to hate them. You're logically going to hate that person. You're going to hate, well, I would be that good too if I had that kind. And then you're overly critical. So maybe this is because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Maybe. And I can honestly take that in and go, I have a choice to make. They're doing the best with what they've got. They've gotten the opportunities and they've taken advantage of them. But that doesn't mean that you and I have not had opportunities. Now, there's people who probably say, honestly, that they haven't had opportunities, and that might be true. But for the most part, many people, we've had opportunities to do great things. We've had opportunities in front of us to make mad impact, and we didn't do it. And now we watch other people with less skill set, less ability, take advantage of their opportunities. And that's what happens. So with that being said, yeah, that's how haters are birthed. That's how hate is birthed. When you know that you should be on stage and you're not, you're going to hate everybody on the stage. When you know you should be in the room and you're not. And not because you didn't have the opportunity, because you squandered the opportunity that you had. Youth is an opportunity that you have, and some people have just squandered it. They haven't done the things that they wanted to do with their life, and now the opportunity, they've squandered it. So it happens a lot, and it happens all the time. If anything, and we're going to go through it again, like in about 5 days, the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl 2025, Super Bowl, February 9th, big day. There's going to be haters. Like, I can't deal with the haters on football. It's hilarious. And I started to find a coalition, and this is just a hypothesis. It's just a hypothesis. Have you noticed that the people who have never played football are the ones that say the football's rigged? Like, you never hear from people who play football, high school, college ball, and you never hear them say, the NFL rigged. It's always a person that have not got out there, have not got their head cracked, had not been ripped up across the middle, have not tackled a quarterback, not been tackled by a 350-pound man, and they just say, yeah, it's rigged. They should have got a first down. No, because they're like, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do you know how much effort it would take? How much effort it would take to rig football the way that people think is rigged? Like, I'm gonna give flowers and props where I get props, right? I love Tom Brady. Did Tom Brady get finessed by refs? Yes, because he was Tom Brady. Did Brett Favre? Yes. Did Joe Montana? Yes. I can say that confidently. Rigged? No. But they sure did get finessed. Does Patrick Mahomes get finessed? Yes. They're the face of the organization, the NFL. The NFL is not fun when your star players are injured. The NFL is not fun when Tom Brady is out. The NFL was not fun when Patrick Mahomes is out. The NFL is not fun when Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. So, they will watch them very closely. It wasn't fun when Brett Favre and Steve Young were out. So, yes, the refs kind of watch that because they're like, and I've noticed something. I was watching some Kansas City football footage, and I noticed that Patrick Mahomes does this thing, and he when the quarterback runs out of the pocket, he becomes a runner, and then you can hit him. Like, I'm talking about, you can hit him hard. Well, you can't hit nobody hard anymore, but you can tackle him not like you could so you can tackle like he's a regular player. So, but there's a rule that states when they go to slide, you're supposed to pull up. You're not supposed to hit them. You're not supposed to interact with them when they start their slide, or when they start to get out of bounds. You got to pull up. You can't hit them. So earlier in his career, and he does it today too. Even today, he does. He'll start the slide, and so then you'll slow down because you don't want to get the penalty. Then he starts running again, which I think if I used to be a defender, okay? So I know that, and I know that the NFL wants more offense. They just don't want more Patrick Mahomes. They want all the quarterbacks to be on top of the game. And so that would drive me crazy as a linebacker, that you're about to give up the play and slide. So I stop chasing you, or I slow down, and then you psych and jump up and start running again. You do that a couple of times, I'm going to pop you. Like that's just because I don't know if you're faking or not. Now he does it, and it's a penalty because I noticed the defender's like, I gotta hit him because he might be faking. He does that on the sideline. He'll do this thing where he's about to run out of bounds, and then he'll run up and get 5 more yards. So when he's running out of bounds, people are not slowing down. They're just taking him completely out of bounds and in the play. And yeah, he's going to get hurt because he's, those are big hits. Those are hits you don't want. And they don't want their quarterback on national TV getting a concussion. So yeah, they're going to call penalties. But that happens all the time to the main players in every sport. Like if you go back and look at Michael Jordan footage, this dude is slapping himself. No one's fouling him. He's slapping himself. Michael Jordan has figured out a way to shoot the basketball and slap the inside of his wrist to get referees to hear a slap and just call the foul. That great players do that, right? Receivers. Michael Irving used to grab his defender and pull the defender into him to make him lose balance and then run past him. And the defender just running out of balance would grab his jersey, and that's a holding. Like there's the games inside the games. But I'm saying all that to say people are gonna be like, it's because of Taylor Swift. Like, bro, listen. The Chiefs have been great before Taylor Swift started dating Kelsey. They haven't even been together 18 months yet. Okay. They haven't been together 18 months yet. All right. The Chiefs are going for their 4th Super Bowl win in 7 years. She was only there for last year. So what was the reason the last couple of years? This is their 3rd in a row. She only been there last year. She'll be there this year. And stop being such a hater, bro, and just enjoy life. If you're going to sit there and complain about Kendrick Lamar at the halftime show and Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift camera going to be on her, you don't have to watch it. You don't even have to watch it. Just don't be that bitter person, bro. Now this is for me too, because I looked at the Grammys like a bitter person. Homie, I got a studio right in my house. I could just go record, and I don't. You can be something too. Stop hating on people who do good things, who work hard and earn to be there. We can do stuff too. We can be great too. We don't have to be like mad at everyone who's successful and think that people got there because they cheated. Now there are people who cheat. I'm not saying there aren't people who cheat. People who cheat all the time. But man, and you're just mad because you know that you wouldn't cheat it, or I hope you wouldn't cheat it. But you want to be in the top tier somewhere too. But you have a chance. Tomorrow is not promised, but you still have it. There's a chance you'll wake up tomorrow and you have another shot at it. And your preparation will meet your opportunity. I'm in the rap game now for a couple decades. And I'm sitting here thinking I probably shouldn't rap no more. And I already got booked for 3 of my biggest shows that I've ever had is this year. 3 of the biggest shows. And so I'm like, but your prep meets your opportunity. If you keep grinding, you keep out there doing it, you keep trying, you'll find it. It'll get there. It's available to you. All right. HeritageParkPROD.com. That's the website. Check it out. We got some shoes, bro. We got the HPs 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s on the website, on the store. The HP 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. We got the iced out bling, got the new bling. We have got it on a special. It's actually called iced out bling. So look for it on the market on HeritageParkPROD.com. It's on sale until Valentine's Day, but make sure you get it. It's going to be hot. And get the HP 1s for the girls, the 1s, 2 for the girls, and the 3, 4 for the guys. They're not the best shoes, but the girls are like it. I think I've had some girls would like buy the shoes and they're like, these shoes are nice. The guys, yeah, it looks good too. But HeritageParkPROD.com is the website and get all your Heritage Park information. Bro, we got so much happening. It's fun. Trying to get some guests on here real soon. Hopefully, we haven't confirmed any of them yet, but we have some on the waiting list. So, man, yeah, I gotta get out of here. A shout out to Kevin Davis, man. Kevin Davis, one of the artists on Heritage Park, went to the hospital last week. He had, I can't even think of the name again. It's something neural, something rare. And he's been in the hospital for about 5-6 days, and they're keeping for observation for another 7. He wasn't doing too well, but now he's got good spirits. He's back to being Kevin again. So just want to let you know, Kevin Davis, we love you, and we're thinking about you, and we're praying for you, and we hope to see you soon. Get well soon, and hope to see you on the show and making more music, because we're in the middle of a new record with Kevin Davis. Leah Hope. Leah Hope, one of our new artists, has released her album live from Studio Q. It's available tonight, right now, on all streaming platforms. It's a beautiful, beautiful rendition of unique and original songs written by Leah herself, and it's a beautiful album. So it's called Live from Studio Q. It's Leah Hope, Leah, and we'll have the picture up on our social media platforms. Give her a listen to, give her a shout. Leah Hope Music is her tag on Instagram, and let her know that you love it, man. Let her know what you think about it, right? But anyways, it's good music to listen to, especially when you're in the spirit of atmosphere of worship. You just need to have some Jesus music playing. It's a great record to listen to. Live at Studio Q with Leah Hope. HBTV, we love you. Heritage Park, we love you. Instagram, stay faithful. IG, YouTube, Facebook. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace out.